What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new Amazon video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the new UPT pilot at Amazon. It's not necessarily new. It's been around for a couple months now, but it's still on the newer side. And it is in a testing period actually, where I think like a lot of locations, maybe most locations do not have this pilot yet, but some locations do, and I am one of those locations that do work in the new UPT pilot. So I am going to be discussing it today. I'm going to be discussing some pros about it, some cons, my thoughts on it, and overall I'm going to be discussing what the UPT pilot is. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. So first, I'm going to be discussing what this new UPT pilot is for those who don't know, or maybe for those whose location don't have it yet. So basically what it is the old school way of gaining UPT was every quarter we would get 20 hours. So January, April, July, and October, we would gain 20 hours of UPT, just 20 hours, not really that much. It kind of sucked, but still it was okay. But now what they've done is that they've made it to where we gain it for every 1 hour at work is 3 minutes of UPT. And I've done the math a little bit here. I wrote it down on my phone. So that comes out to 2 hours per week, 8 hours per month, and 28 to 32 hours per quarter, which was much more than before. That's a whole 8 hours, almost a whole shift. And if it's around that 32-hour mark, depending on how many weeks there are in that quarter, it can be almost, it's an entire added day of UPT than what we had previously. And another cool thing about this new UPT pilot is our UPT can be used in 15-minute intervals as opposed to before, where you can only use them in an hour interval. So even if you left, like, let's say 50 minutes before work, it would take an hour away, or maybe 30 minutes before work, it would take an entire hour of UPT. Now, if you use 30 minutes, you only get 30 minutes taken, those 30 minutes, because it only does it in 15-minute intervals, which is much, much better of a way, in my opinion. It's almost at that level of being as good as PTO, except for the fact that you can't get paid, of course. But overall, this new UPT pilot is kind of cool. Now I'm going to discuss some of the pros and the cons, and yeah, hopefully I explained it well enough. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. But so far, I'm really liking it, and I'm going to start off with the pros now. I only have 2 pros and 2 cons. My pros, of course, the first pro is more UPT. We gain more UPT throughout this way. It's awesome. You get more UPT. That's more time off of work, more unpaid days. If you want to go ahead and relax, or you want to save them for your MET days, it's awesome. You get. I wish that we had this when I first started working here. It's a lot cool like that. Instead of getting like 8 days off per year, you're now getting like 12 to 13 days off per year, which is really cool. It's a lot better. I know those days are unpaid, but still significantly more days off, which is great. So if you want to go and relax one day and you don't want to get paid for it, and you don't have any PTO, or you don't want to use your PTO, UPT is there, and you gain it every single day. Like literally when you get off your shift and you clock out, you can see the UPT being gained. So it's pretty cool. I really like it. That's my first pro. My second pro is, of course, UPT being in 15-minute intervals. I kind of already spoke about this, but it's a lot better in 15-minute intervals. Sometimes maybe you're late to work and you're only like 7 minutes late to work, and you have to put in that UPT. It sucks because it used to take off an entire hour. So let's say you had 30 hours of UPT and you missed 7 minutes of work. It would take it down to 29, which really sucked. Now it would take it to 29 hours and 45 minutes, which is significantly better. I really like that. That's another huge pro. There's a lot more pros, but I'm gonna get to the cons now. The only cons that I could really come up with: if you miss one day, take PTO, etc., that reduces the UPT by 30 minutes. So what I mean by that is you have to gain the UPT by working. So if you do take UPT, you will not be gaining UPT for that day, which means that at the end of, like, let's just use the quarter for example, because that's what it previously was on. That's 30 minutes left if you were to miss a day. Now that's still 27.5 hours, which is still better than 20 minutes or 20 hours. So at the end of the day, this is still better. But that is a little bit of a con, is that if you do miss work, you won't gain UPT. But again, like I said, at the end of the day, you're still having more hours than you would have regardless. Even if you missed 3 days, it's not unless you're missing an excessive amount of days. But you can't do that because you don't get enough time off. At least my location here in Texas, we don't get enough time off for that. So, I mean, it's not really a con. It's just something that I did want to point out, is that it does suck to miss a day because you're losing out on more UPT. Another con about this new UPT pilot is the fact that you have to submit your UPT before you miss a day of work, 2 hours before work. Now, this is what it says around the installments at Amazon and the papers and all the information they give you. It does say this, but since this UPT pilot has started, I've missed an entire day and used UPT, and I never really submitted my UPT, so I'm honestly not sure how that works, because I've done it and everything came back fine. It was just like how it used to be. So they say that you have to submit it you're 2 hours before, you're gonna miss a day of work, but I didn't do it and nothing happened. I would still recommend you guys to do it though, and moving forward I probably will start submitting my UPT, but I mean, it's kind of just, I don't know how they really do this. Maybe they haven't put that rule into action yet, but they do say that you need to do that. So that's another con, because previously, like let's say you woke up for work late one day and you just didn't want to go to work at all. You didn't have to do anything, you just missed that day. But now they want you to submit it 2 hours before. Again, like I said though, I haven't done that since I've taken UPT, since the UPT pilot started, and nothing's happened. So who knows when they're gonna start acting on that? I'm not sure. But yeah, those are some of the pros and the cons. My overall thoughts now, I really like it. It's a lot better like this. You're gaining more UPT. That's more time off per year, so that's really excellent. And not only that, you just gain it faster. You don't have, like let's say you use all 20 hours of your UPT in January. You don't have to wait until April to gain some more UPT. As long as you go to work, you're gaining more UPT actively every single week, every single month, every single day. Literally every single hour that you're working is more UPT in your pocket, so you don't have to wait for the quarters. It's pretty much better. Overall, I do like this UPT pilot, and I really much prefer it this way than how it was before. I hope that they stick to this. I hope that Amazon sees that it's creating some really positive experiences with the new employees and current employees. And yeah, overall, I much prefer this. My final thoughts are that hell yeah, let's keep it. I'm liking this UPT pilot a lot. But let me know what you guys down in the comments think. And let me know, is your location participating in this new UPT pilot? If it is, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. But with that being said, I'm gonna end that there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video about the new UPT pilot. I will catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love you all. Peace.